Back to my channel. So today we're going to go over the final section of the TEAS, which is the English portion. I have a list on my phone, and again I will link this list in the bottom bar or description bar. I don't know what it's called. The little, the description bar, I think. Okay, so you want to understand subject-verb agreement and watch out for nouns that may seem plural, such as everyone, anyone, none. It's pretty simple, but you still want to make sure that you just review it a little bit. Recognize common possessive nouns, pronouns, and antecedent agreements. Make sure you look those up. For dialogue, you want to make sure you use correct punctuation and usage. So for that, if you're going to start a quotation, make sure you put a comma and then the quotations, and whenever you finish the sentence in the quotation, make sure you put a period or exclamation mark or whatever you're going to use to finish a sentence, but make sure that's inside the quotation marks. You want to be able to recognize first, second, and third person voices in a short story or a sentence. They will give you a couple questions on that. Grammar usage for style and clarity. That's in your TEAS study guide. It'll go over that. I can't think of like an exact example right now, but I know I did see it in the study guide. You want to use sentence context to decipher the meaning of a word. So that one kind of tripped me up too, because even if you see a word that you recognize and you feel that you know the definition, and let's say that that's even an option in your like A through D or whatever, but if it doesn't lead you towards the same direction as the context, then don't use it. Like, just scratch it. Basically, they're asking you to define the word by its context. So just go by the context, whatever it is. That's how you know what they're asking for, because I think I got a couple wrong on that. You want to be able to to recognize simple versus complex sentences. I had no idea what those were. I had to look those up. I was like, what's a simple sentence versus a complex sentence? Like, what? So make sure you look those up. Once you know it though, unless you forget it a few years later. Be able to identify a top and supporting sentence and make sure you know the difference. And also know the meaning of common prefixes and suffixes and roots, such as if a sentence begins with uni or ends in OUS or begins in endo. It's pretty common, but just make sure you double check. I say it's pretty common even though it may not be common for somebody who's like English as a second language, so I should probably stop saying that. Okay. Rules of capitalization. Again, another thing that may seem like, okay, general knowledge. Not when it comes to, like, I had to look that up in the book, and I remember getting a question on the cardinal directions, like north, east, south, west. I had a question. They'll ask you pretty much like the difference between if you're traveling north on Highway 44, that north would not be capitalized versus, I live in the north, like that would be capitalized. So just make sure you look that one up, like just to review a little bit. Correct usage of commas, ellipses, semicolons, colons, hyphens, and parentheses. Another one, I had no idea what the rules were for using semicolons, and I had no idea all of the different uses for hyphens. So if you think you know that, you may want to review just a little bit more, because, yeah, I mean, unless you're like bomb.com at this grammar, then you got this. But it doesn't hurt to review a little bit. In addition to that, you want to make sure you use the correct usage of quotation marks and apostrophes. And don't forget words like whose, WHOSE, versus WHO''s. And same goes for its, ITS, and its, IT''s. It is. What are the other ones? No, there. What are those called? Like when they sound the same, like homophones or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Just Google it. And lastly, you want to go over a list of commonly misspelled words. You definitely want to do that, because I feel like I'm a relatively well speller, and I read a lot of books, so I'm like, well, I'm good, I got this. I didn't think to look over. and they definitely caught me by surprise. Like, I think I got a word, like handkerchief. Have you ever seen that word spelled out? Like, I've never seen it before. And what was the other one? 12th? I was like, how do you spell 12th? I just never thought of how you spell 12th. And I think I got like sacrilegious or something. And it's not even like, okay, they give you four options, A, B, C, and D. And A, B, and C are spelled completely ridiculously out there that you know that they're automatically not that. No, they spell all of the words damn near the same. So they definitely try to trick you. I'm not going to say that they try to trick you, but, you know, they kind of sort of try to trick you. Just definitely look over them. Don't do what I did. So that's pretty much it for the English portion. It wasn't too difficult in my opinion, but it doesn't hurt to review. That's always a smart thing to do. So I believe that will conclude this video, and thank you for watching, and good luck. You got this. Think positive. You're going to do amazing. Let me know in the comments below how you did. Take care. Mwah. Until next time, one love.